Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to my stream. I'm DC. Let me get my headphones in so I can hear sounds, music, things like that. Turn on my little connector thingy. Connector thingy connect. There you go. Yeah, alright. Alright, pause that. Hey everyone, I'm DC. You can find me all over the internets. DC Lasair, !DC in the chat. Follow me on Blue Sky, go to my website, poke around. That'd be fantastic. If you could. Let's see what else we got. Today is Tech Friday. We're going to be talking about some RAM stuff and other things. Oh geez, I didn't set up everything I needed to set up. One moment. So I hope you're all doing good. Hey Rex, hi Herb, Brian, welcome on in. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to take away the clock for this. And let me... So it's been a week. Hope you're all doing all right. Okay, and move that there. Puddleglum, hello, welcome on in. I am moving some things around. Boy, howdy, has it ever been a week? Yeah. All right, and this around. Got quite a few articles today. I'm just setting it all up. And okay, looks like we have some links up. Oh, one more thing. I gotta make sure my Zoomy is on. I did start stream and I waited to see if OBS would tell me if it dropped frames. It did, so I stopped. I changed the ingest server again, and that seems to have fixed things. So I might be just bopping between ingest servers for a while. But right now, we're looking good. And I should verify that that's true on the YouTubes. Yeah, okay. Good there. JD Lady, hello. Welcome on in. And let me check one more thing. Oh, also, if you are in my Discord, there's a picture of Hannah in general. Hannah's my cat, in case anyone new is coming in wondering. Do. All right. Before we get started, I want to mention a couple things because I found out just before we started that one of my main sources of income might be in question next year. So, yay. Don't know what's happening there yet, but whatever. It is what it is, right? Keep on. So, all right, yeah, just don't know what's going to happen with it yet. So but the possibility being there is hope it turns out better than it seems now. Yeah, it's still possible, but just on top of everything else this week, that possibility, is creeping up. Just wasn't worth it. So one ask is that I would like to get to my partner one more time this year to help them with some tech stuff. So if you can help with a couple nights stay at a hotel, that'd be great. Donate to the Ko-Fi. That way I can go set them up. They are doing elder care, so it's really complicated for me to be there the whole time because of the dementia the elder is going through. So if you can help, yay, that'd be great. Because I have no idea what next year will be like. And it's really just going, one, see them in person again, because they are a ways away. And two, help them with some tech stuff. So yeah. So if you can help, yay. If not, I'm sure I'll make it through. Like I've said before, I still have a bunch of stuff I can sell to help facilitate that particular trip. But yeah, so there's where I am with all that. Let's see. What else I got? Let's see here. And also, if you know some moderators, tell them you appreciate what they do. I know many of us here are moderators, so thank you for everything you do. Sometimes the emotional labor put into being a moderator is difficult, and just want y'all to know that that's valued a lot. All right, so let's get into some fine news, or something better anyway. My parents decided to lease a new car, so good for them. Yay, good news for them. And I went and helped, set it up, and I gotta connect their phones to it and everything. But it has, like, all the drive and the park and everything are on this lever that's attached to the steering wheel. And that's just kind of weird. Like driving, it's not like a thing down on the side that we've had forever. I understand that there's been levers before that have been driving, but this is just on the column shift, right? And it just seems weird. You kids don't even know. Yeah. I'm remembering that I think we did have a car when I was young that was on column shift, but not having it for so long, and now it being kind of digital and this weird halfway point between analog and just be glad there's a clutch involved, right? So yeah, cars are returning to on column shift, and it can be a readjustment experience like I haven't seen one since I was very young. And so, and this is interesting because when you want to park, you know, hopefully your foot's on the brake, but then you press in a button and it goes into park. Once volunteered to be DD for someone before I knew they drove a stick. Oh no. Which they parked on a hill. Oh no. And then for drive and reverse, you have to pull the lever towards you and then pull it up or down. You know, up if you want drive, and then down if you want to go to neutral, and then reverse. And it has this big old display on it. I'm like, wow, this is almost too much. Luckily, it's sectioned off. So there's one display that's speed and oil and, you know, time and temp and the compass and all your normal gauges that you'd see. And then the other larger display is the infotainment display. But one thing I like about though is you can adjust the where the steering wheel is. So it's not just a seat adjustment. You can pull a switch down below and pull the steering wheel closer to you or push it back a little more. My brother's first purchased car was a 10-year-old used Cadillac with brakes so bad they had to tow it home. He paid $300 for it in 2004-ish. Oh, wow. Yeah, my parents had been leasing for the past few cars they've had. And so that lease period was up. And they got the new model, so I've been doing that. Second display is active and passive radar, incoming hostiles, vector tracking, probability cones for heading velocity. Did have heated seats, though. Bonus. At least they had heated seats, right? So the good part is, though, they're happy with it. That's all that really matters. Is that they're okay with it. It just seems like a lot. You know, there's all sorts of buttons, switches, the touch screen things, and but they're real happy with riding in it and how it drives and all that. So good on them. Only ever had one car that had bun warmers. They are nice on a long trip. Yeah, they are. All right. And let's see here. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to run my second, or well, not my session 0 of Dragonbane. Sort of a session 1, like a session 0.5 almost. Congrats to your folks. Hope they enjoy the new car. Yeah. Bonus is I get to drive it. So, let's see. All right. What am I talking about today? Always good to know. And let's see. All right. And YouTube's going well. Hello over on YouTube if you're watching there. All right. Let's get into it. I'm just sort of mentally prepping for everything and giving myself a little space to remember what I want to talk about. All right. Okay, let's get into it then. As today is your favorite part of the week, it's Tech Friday. Big fancy Bubsy Berkeley opening here, people in a swimming pool doing a backstroke and in Mandelbrot set patterns. And then it comes back to me, and I'm doing jazz hands for some reason. Today on the show, new laptop RAM. Apple releases some products that may not be for you. LibreOffice has an update. And we talk about the new Twitter. Let's dive in. First up is laptop RAM. Okay. This is also coming to desktops, but the first I've heard about it was this video. And you're talking about Bubsley Berkeley movies, but stick shift on the column was befuddling. Nick, thank you for the streak. Holy cow. It's a lot. Welcome on in. Good to see you. So, this new RAM is called CAM2 CAMM2 or LP CAM2. That's LP CAMM2. And the first bit I heard about it was on this Linus Tech Tips has a show they call Tech Quickie, and so I heard about there first, so just want to acknowledge that video there. But Tom's Hardware had an article explaining it, and this article was a couple years ago because this was announced at, I think it was Computex 2024, and now it's kind of seeing more of the light of day. But here's the article from Tom's Hardware, giving an explanation, doing the explainy bits. And this is more true now than it was when they wrote it. Days of stick RAM may be coming to an end. And yeah, it originated with Dell as a project to replace our bulkier DIMM memory slot. And the benefits is that it's a lot faster and easier to put in your motherboard. It's basically flat. So you screw it into your motherboard, and they have gold connectors on the back and front. Now, there are two types. There's the CAM2, as I said, and the other one, the LP CAM2. And these are different. You can't, if your machine is made for CAM2, you can't just slap in LP CAM2. So keep that in mind. And when you're ready to replace it, you unscrew it, put in the new stick, screw it back into the motherboard, and it goes. Laptop go more new? Gimme, right? Yeah. So you're going to start seeing and hearing more about these now that machines are actually coming out with it. MSI has some things, and the interview on that YouTube video I shared with the guy from Dell said that in his opinion, and I can totally see where this come from, our regular RAM, our normal stick RAM, we're quickly at the point where we're not going to be able to get any more speed out of it. So they rethought how RAM should work, and they came up with CAM2 and LP CAM2. And if you want a longer article on it, I have one from Corsair.com that goes into a pretty thorough explanation of what's going on. So take a look at that. And yeah, don't be surprised in a couple of years where you hear more about CAM2 and LP CAM2 and needing new motherboards to attach this new style of RAM to and have everything go in. Sam, hello, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. You all should be following Ellis the 12th. I don't know why you're not. Happy Friday. Let me get you a shout out. There we go. Follow. Do the thing. So yeah, expect to hear more about CAM2 and LP CAM2 in the very near future. And yeah, yes, definitely follow Ellis the 12th. He can get lost in a maze like no one else. It's amazing. Yeah. All right, moving on. Apple has announced this week a couple of new products that are not priced for normal humans to use. Well, okay, one might be, but one definitely isn't. And they have a new, they announced a new thing. They have a new Mac Mini and a new Mac Studio. Oh, they have a new polishing cloth. However, the polishing cloth we all can afford because their polishing cloth used to be $19. Now it's only $9. So polishing cloth. And then an announcement, they didn't go over too much. Yay, new cloth, right? Was that they refreshed their Magic keyboards, and those are more reasonably priced. And if you want a full, the Emperor's New Cloths, right? If you want a full breakdown of those, this is from Mac Rumors. You can check it out there. Now, you might have some confusion why the Mac Mini with the M6 is less expensive than the M5 Pro chips. And that's because the couple M5 Pro chips they layered in are better than the M6. So if you get the M5 Pro, you're looking at if you get the Mac Mini M5 Pro, you are looking at $1,699. That's $1,699. Compared to if you get the M6, that's $899. Still a lot of money. Now, I was listening to a show about these, and they're like, yeah, these are more for people that want to run local AI models as those become more popular than it is, average use cases, which I can kind of see that. Are they going to send a cute tech to install this at my house? Right. Oh, but we're not to the Mac Studio yet. Just wait till we get there. Because, yeah, that is really something else. But we'll go to their pricing thing on Apple.com just to show off how the Mac Studios are made for. You're probably a medium-sized studio looking to run local AI things, because there is no way, or you're just a big old Apple fan. We go to pre-order. All right. So let's take a look at these prices. So, as you can see, pre-order starting September 22nd. Buy from $2,500. Yeah, well, what does that get you? That gets you the M5 Max chip. If you want the M5 Ultra chip, you're looking at $5,499. But wait, there's more. If we spec this out as high as possible. Now notice, I hit the 36-core, 80-core GPU. That added an extra $1,300 to the price automatically. And, oh, let's go for it. 256 gigabytes for an extra $4,000. 96 gigs included. Storage. Oh, we want the 16 terabytes of RAM. No trade-in. And, yeah, fully spec'd out, $18,299. These are not for mere mortals like that. Like, you know, when your product ranges between $2,600 to, let's see, what I miss here? Okay, let's do the include $2,500 all the way to almost $20,000. Yeah, that's not a machine for everybody. And so if it's something, and you're a large studio, you want to run local AI models for some reason, sure, you have the money. I'm not going to stop you, but it's a lot. That costs more than every PC I have ever bought, and I have owned my PC since '94, right? Yeah, same. However, their hardware events, I think it's multiple days, is coming up in September, so just a few weeks away, where we'll get new stuff that's more so priced for us. But yeah, that's a lot of computing power and a whole ton of money. All right, moving along. LibreOffice 26.8 is out, and I first saw it on this article here. And here is the official documentation of it. It has a lot of new improvements. Which is pretty fantastic. And let's take a look. And their article on it, on the notes, is quite good, actually. They go over typography changes, how they've done document exchange, spreadsheets. You know, you can read all this. Better accessibility. Writer tables now report row and column index information as specified as ARIA, improving how screen readers convey table structure, so yay. Database and all elsewhere. But here's the part I wanted to highlight. They have a statement in their own notes. No artificial intelligence. LibreOffice 26.8 contains no generative AI features. Documents are not transmitted to remote services for processing, and no component of the suite requires network access to function. This is a deliberate position. Any organization handling confidential, legally privileged, or personal data needs to know where that data goes, and the only assurance that survives an audit is that it does not leave the machine. So yay. So for now, that's very nice to see in public-facing documentation that there's a clear statement about it. And I've been playing around with LibreOffice. It's pretty good. But yeah, I wanted to point out the no generative AI thing. The other stuff's really cool too, but I'd like to see more companies just say no gen AI somewhere on their page. That'd be neat. Next up, you have YouTube made a change, and this is on Engadget. Amazon affiliate links can be placed in content. So if you happen to be in the shopping affiliate program, you'll be able to link out to Amazon product listings from your videos, video shorts, and live streams on YouTube. Can now all tag items on Amazon, with the creator earning a commission on any purchases made from their links. So that's a new thing. Just kind of wanted to point it out. Not a whole lot to say on it other than it's a thing. Yep, AI disclosure isn't enough. There are too many loopholes. These days, if I don't see an explicit anti-AI stance, I'm not interested. Yeah. Oh, there's another thing. Did I put it on here? No. Speaking of no AI, there is another program I want to talk about, but we'll cover that last. Next up, Travel Router. I just saw a video on this today, and it's $99. It's called the company is Unifi, UNIFI, Travel Router Long Range. And we can take a look at it. It looks pretty neat. Look at that. This top part here is the antenna. The antenna's inside here, and it closes down like a clamshell. There's your ports, and it does do Wi-Fi. So why would you want a travel router? Well, sometimes hotels or airlines have a limit to the amount of devices you can connect to their Wi-Fi. With a travel router, it just counts as one device, and then all your other devices already know and trust the Wi-Fi network coming out of the Unifi thing, so they'll just automatically connect for no worries. You only have to connect it once to the hotel thing, and it takes care of a lot for you. Plus, you can use third-party VPNs on it as well. And so if you have reasons for a travel router, this seemed like a pretty good one. Ubiquity products aren't cheap, but they're so pretty and good quality and pretty, right? Yeah, I mean, this looks great. I love how this looks. We do like pretty. This is true. Hi, Steven. Welcome on in. Yeah, this is great. That's a good move for places that require auth login that you can't always access from devices. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a video on it this morning. I'm like, that's a great design. It has a little LCD screen. You know, there's an app on that you can use with your phone or laptop. And, you know, because it's Wi-Fi that you kind of set up and you can trust, and you can secure it away from the hotel things, it might be worth it. So check it out. They do have one that isn't long range. That's about $79. So keep that in mind. But honestly, I think if you don't have one yet, this might be the one to get. Looks pretty good. All right, moving right along. There's a new Twitter. And this article we're looking at is on Ars Technica. The company that bought the Twitter name, or says that they can own the Twitter name now, because they say Musk's X gave up the name. Operation Bluebird. You can read all about it here. You know, there's still some legal things going on with this, so the judge has yet to issue a written order on whether they can do this thing. The tentative ruling is that X seemed to have given up the intellectual property claims over the word tweet and the Twitter bird logo. All right, and they're promising, yeah, we're fact checking and everything. So, you know, they want to be the anti-X. All personal portable Wi-Fi routers should be given prank names, e.g. totally not a cop or free candy in the van, right? If you want to sign up, you can pay for the privilege. It's currently at twitter.now. Oh, I just clicked. They are down. So never mind. I think the article led to some explosions. Yeah, they are down, so I can't show you the pricing. But it wasn't expensive. Still, it's kind of a new and notable feature is the automated fact-checking tool, a Gemini-based veracity engine for real-time analysis, Vera for short, which runs on every tweet. Yep. There are some B-Sky posts where the AI isn't allowing a post through because it can't verify the fact. Wow. Yeah, so good luck to them. Right now, if you want access, you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. It wasn't terribly expensive, but still there's money involved. We just can't go there right now because they're down. They led with a great screw Musk and then stubbed their toe on the let our AI check your post. Yep. So kind of keeping an eye on that, see where it goes. All right, the other thing I wanted to talk about, which I didn't put in my Tech Friday doc for some reason. Let me go grab the link. Is another another tool to keep track of your TTRPG campaigns that I saw randomly post on Discord. And they also promise they don't use AI in anything. And you know what? My vault, all my tools have no AI in them either. You should totally go use those. They're really easy, totally text-based. Info's all yours. But this other product, I suppose I can talk about it. There's an open beta, so you can sign up for it and test it out. It's called Infernote. And you can find it there. Let's take a look. So here's their site. They got a neat video. Desktop notebook. So the nice thing about this, like my stuff, it's local to your machine. You know, there's custom calendars, loot maps with fogs of war, character sheets, 3D dice, all offline, all yours. So everything stays on your machine. You can export your files if you want them, and different things. Why aren't you continuing to scroll down? There's more. There's more to. Oh, all right. So you can download for free right now. No account, no card required. I put it on my machine. You can auto link lore. And let me get to their. Let me find where they say the no AI thing a second. All their art is made by humans, and they give credit to those people. They are coming to a Kickstarter soon, so I don't know how much it'll be. So if you want to sign up for their Kickstarter or join their Discord, you can do that. Let's see here. Content, support. Privacy. Trying to find specifically where their no AI statement is. But they don't use AI. That's the... So yay, another place that doesn't use AI. It looks nice. I kind of poked around with it. There's some complexity to it, and that you gotta figure out their building thing. You know how to, because you have little boxes, and then you construct your character sheet or whatever using these boxes that are on the side, and you click and drag. So I'm still playing with it a bit, but I wanted to at least mention it. So if for some reason you're not using my tools, totally should be. Here's another option for you. But yeah, this looks pretty good. So if you want more of a graphical interface, can go with this. If you want more text-based, like you should, use my stuff. Or you can go take a look at LoreLink, because they support Markdown and are text-based too. And it's easier to use than Inferno, but Inferno has some very attractive options in it. Oh, I think it's on their Kickstarter page. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So, no AI, the Inferno app, Kickstarter campaign, and the website, plus all marketing, use zero AI-generated elements. All graphics and styles are made by humans. All developing and testing was fueled by caffeine and human effort. And the drywall dust in our hair is very real from bashing our heads against the wall to crack a few of these bugs and features. All of the character, item, and creature art used in digital content pack was made by a highly talented artist whom we commissioned the work from. So yeah, if you're looking, depending how much this is, this is one of those where it seems like it could be a pretty good option as well. Again, I like the local. It looks nice. Has a lot of useful features. Or I suppose, you could use it in conjunction with my things, but you should totally be using what I've made. Click, do the thing, download it. Keep it on your hard drive for a rainy day. You'll need it. So do the things. All right. That will wrap it up for Tech Friday this week. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. If you want more Tech Friday and you're watching the VOD, that way there'll be more. And then subscribe over there. And like and subscribe down there somewhere. That'd be great. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all next week for another Tech Friday. All right, if you're with me on the live stream, stick around. We're going to be doing more. We get to relax in our weekend. And I love that emote, the little clappy frog. Stick around, there's going to be more. We relax into our weekend, talk about fun stuff. If there's anything I mentioned on Tech Friday you want me to go back over, feel free. If you have questions on producing TTRPG actual plays, clapping felt appropriate, right? If you have any questions on producing TTRPG actual plays, put them in chat. If you want to talk about tech, I'll even talk about stationery after the break, because I'm all about stationery season coming up. And looking at, I know I talked a little bit about it on Wednesday, but I'm going to talk about it again. So there, take that. Or something. Anyway, we'll take a break. Be right back about 5 minutes. Gonna run some ads to keep them away. Keep the pre-rolls away. Running ads keeps ads away. Yes, it does, but that's also an odd thing to say. All right, I'll be right back. All right, welcome on back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around through the break. Let's see here. Oh, also, I have a thing I should promote more because it's something I'm selling over on my Ko-fi shop. Ko-fi. I never know. My TTRPG case outlines. So there's an Obsidian Vault version, and then there's just Markdown, or you can use them as text files. $3 whole. So if you like them, I call it case for campaign, adventure, session, and encounter. Keep yourself organized. Use them, and once you buy it, use them however you want. I'm not going to care. So yeah. All right. Let's close that down. Then, do I need this up anymore? Oh. Let me organize my note a second. There we go. Yay, links organized. Okay. Close that. Oh, no. Close. Yay, closing. All right. Let's look at tech news I may have missed while we've been chatting. See if there's anything interesting. That has come up. I'll start some music back. Turn it down a bit in my headphones. And yeah, anything you want to talk about, put it in chat. If you just want to relax while I find things to talk about, that's great too. Oh, here's an article. Courtesy of Engadget. Early leak of NVIDIA's DLSS5 has an uncanny valley problem. People are grafting a pre-release version of their favorite games with unspectacular results. This is that. We talked about this before. I am shocked, I tell you, right? This their neural rendering model. It infuses pixels with photoreal lighting and materials. And there are some pictures in the article of, I'll bet. Now again, to be fair, this is an early preview of it, but look, a thing that no one asked for that makes things look in a manner that no one requested, right? I will not be fair because redacted him is why, right? So at least with this leak build, this at the bottom of the Engadget article, with the neural rendering enabled, control on an RTX 5070 Ti reportedly dropped from 71 FPS to 35 FPS at 4K. Wow. If the final version looks weird and kills performance, it's hard to see this as anything but Nvidia, now an AI company first and foremost, losing touch with the gaming audience that took it to the top. Great sentence, Engadget. Applaud. Who wrote this? Will Shanklin. Like your wording. I wonder if they've tried to stop it changing characters' makeup and face shapes. Probably not. Losing, right? Oh, and here's something that, again, on Engadget, it still misses the mark. But Meta is closing a loophole that allowed people to record with their smart glasses light covered. Not realizing that it's that they record at all. But there you go. Good try, Meta. All right, let's look at another article. Continuing talking about search engines, I have been using Quant. I am still liking the results I'm getting from Quant. It's been about 2-3 weeks now. So far they've been pretty good. Oh, and this seems relevant. Hey! Brian, welcome on in. Ram, a llama ding dong. Right? Thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. We are in the relaxing into our weekend portion. Because, you know, people talking about physical media now for some reason. here is an article on TechRadar about the best 4K Blu-ray players, Ultra HD marvels chosen by their experts. So this is TechRadar. You want to take a look at a list while you can still get some, and yeah, you know, physical media, y'all. Look into it. And Quant is QWANT, by the way, when I was talking about search engines. Bought 6 Blu-rays this week. Woohoo! Used market is so good right now, right? All right, let's look at TTRPG news. Okay. There's it's on EN World, and this is a game I might be all about. May or may not have several terabytes of digital backups of physical media that I can no longer obtain. Oh no! I mean, wait, yes. Yay, good that you have those. Right, I got the sentence parsing. Yay, yes. All right, so there's going to be a Dungeons & Dragons Long Rest Tavern, a cozy business sim for a PC. Backup's good. Permanent ownership. Yes. Yeah. I thought you meant that you had lost access to your backups of physical media, but no, that is not what you meant. So there's the article on EN World about it. Yo, you run a tavern. What? I mean, and it's a little life sim game, and you build things, and it's coming out next year, and you have ale and curry and stuff, and yeah. All they're doing in the video game market is giving off a lot of, you know what? Good luck with that. But we'll be looking for an AI disclosure. And then speaking of video games, since I'm on EN World, let's see, I thought they had another. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. They showed off some early footage of a game they're calling Warlock, which will be set in Ravenloft. Looks pretty neat. And what else do we have? do. Okay, nothing there. Oh, if you're interested in the Invincible RPG starter set by Free League, there's a review over it on TTRPG Fans. And we mentioned this last week, but Rowan Rook and Deckard workers formed a new TTRPG union. And if you want the details of how that works and everything, this is again at ttrpgfans.com. There's been a lot of articles about this. This just happens to be the site I'm on right now. Okay, nothing there. Okay, and Finite Singularity, hello, welcome on in, good to see ya. Y'all, if you want to do amazing things with OBS, you should be following Finite Singularity and also using all of his plugins. Let's see if I got this working. I mean, so this is because Finite Singularity made a plugin. Pretty cool. Also, when you know you don't want to see me anymore, we can just go away, turn back on. I even appreciate the fade into the you know the white line into the dot. Yeah, that's great. Nice attention to detail. Do I have any other buttons ready? No. Oh, that's green screen off. Yeah, there's lots of yeah, there's a whole bunch of settings. There are more settings than I know what to do with. Just don't open the upcoming version of the VHS filter. Yeah. Looking forward to that one. And I've said this before, but I don't enjoy watching VHS videos on screen, but people making themselves look like VHS on a stream, I find that fun. But having to watch a movie in a VHS when I have a DVD is just, I don't want to do that. It is a whole different vibe, yeah. But I like it when people play with their stream images and things like that. That's great. But I don't want to pull out my VHS of Halloween. I have the DVD. It's just a better viewing experience. But me being able to play with those filters on my stream, I'm all about that life. Mess around with the filters even off stream. Ooh. Excellent. Sorry, I'm blinking at a number. All right. Talk about that a little later, maybe. See if there's anything on Discord. Okay. All right. Like I said, tomorrow I hoping to get to continue on with the Dragonbane campaign. We're gonna do a test combat to see how I like running combat and how my players like, you know, fighting in the using the Dragonbane rules, and then after that we'll get into a little bit of the story. But the following session will be our first full regular game. Let's see. What is that? I need to take a screenshot of something real quick. Hold on. There we go. All right. Oh, I see what I'm seeing. Okay. I was confused on a thing because it was on a delay, and then it wasn't. So, yay. Okay. More stuff. Planner stuff. Yay. Talked a little bit about planners on Wednesday. Good old paper and pen planners. JetPens has opened up their email sign up 4 planners, so you can pick what planners you want to be informed about when they come on. Leuchtturm already has their planners up, but there's the link for that'll take you to the list of things you can get an email for. I'm currently thinking of the Traveler's Notebook Dated Diary Weekly in passport size. But then that'd get me into the whole Traveler's Notebook system and everything. So, maybe. And here's another product by this over on goodpostage.com. It's called Faded Chronicle Planner. These look kind of neat too. It's the horizontal spread that I like, so why those are being considered. If you want Hobonichi's lineup for 2027, here it is. That'll take you. That's a video that Hobonichi put out, and it goes over everything you could want. And then, just to kind of round out the planner stuff, there's also a company called Sterling Inc. I don't remember looking at them last year, but they also have a video up of what they're offering. So there you go. So yeah, a bunch of planners options. Let's see, where is the... And here's the Travelers Company options, which will probably be what I go for this year. They're available October 19th. And so they go over their whole collection, all the stickers and everything you can get. But the Data Diary Weekly and Passport size is probably going to be my go-to for this year. And oh yeah, Leuchtturm has all of theirs out. Yeah, I like the colorful Seasons Editions planners. Look pretty neat. So yeah, if you're about the planner life, check out those links. Alright, let's see what we have on... Blue sky. Oh, speaking of good people doing neat things, Jinx has a book of poetry that will be out on Kickstarter so you can be notified on the launch of Kickstarter of the Kickstarter. There's a link to that. So yeah, definitely take a look at that. What time? Oh, we got time to talk yet. Let's see here. Detective shows. I still haven't gone all the way through Grantchester yet. I have a few more episodes on their final season. That might be part of the marathon plans this weekend if I'm just not over on Rift Tracks watching bad movies. Which, y'all, I gotta tell you about a movie that they played recently called Bog, B-O-G. It's terrible, but it's also really funny. And it's one of those bad movies you can watch on its own. You don't need friends or a therapist afterwards. Just watch it, enjoy. It is terrible, but also hilarious. I was laughing quite a bit. Yeah, the MST3K Rift Tracks Twitch channels have been getting a lot of viewing from me lately too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm over on Rift Tracks quite a lot. So if you see me in chat, say hi. Because what is this? What is all this? I got a lot of email for some reason. Okay. The world has been a lot, yes. The 1979 classic? Yeah. I mean, like there are bad movies. Yes, with Aldo Ray. Yep. The 1979 classic. It is really bad. Yeah, Aldo Ray is in it. That's the big selling point for me there too. But there was a part, I watched it, and it was so bad, I was laughing for like 2 minutes. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're in the mood for a bad movie and you just kind of want to turn off from the world. It's a good one. Unlike a movie, say like Things, which is probably the worst thing ever, and you should definitely watch it with other people and probably reserve a call to a therapist afterwards. But yeah, Bog, a lot of fun. Again, it's bad. There's no part of it that's good, but you'll get a good laugh. And if that's something you need, then definitely watch Bog. it has Aldo Ray. I mean, can't go wrong. Potential job wants to bring me in for an on-site interview next week. Yay! That's excellent. That's fantastic. Good to hear. What is this? Oh, okay. See, and I haven't checked out the detective shows available not in a couple weeks, so I need to do that, go through, see what I have available to watch to me yet, if anything started up its new season, which a few new seasons should be starting in the next month or so. I really want Bookish season 2. Why don't I have that yet? That should be in front of me. Great show. Found time to watch the first episode of Patience Season 2. Yay! Patience is this Epos Vox's backing track music? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, I bought the album off of Bandcamp, and I just play it through VLC. I really enjoy it. Lots of bangers, yeah. Let's see, what else we got today? We've talked about detective shows, planners. I haven't seen any anime in a while. I should double check my anime list. And I'll see if there's any other movies to mention. Going back to bad movies real quick, there's a movie called Cyclone, and by a filmmaking family, they've made a lot of bad movies, and you wanted a disaster movie in which like nothing happens. There's no real expression of character growth or anything. Cyclone is your movie. This by Rene Cardona Jr., the filmmaker behind Beaks, The Bermuda Triangle, Treasures of the Amazon, and Zindi the Swamp Boy. I have not seen Treasures of the Amazon, but I've seen the rest. They're all terrible. So yeah, Cyclone's a disaster movie, and there's a couple things in it where you're like, yeah, but then nothing of any significance happens to anybody. It's just there's nothing in this movie. So that it's definitely one you want to watch with others. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I'm still on my free trial of Apple Music. I think I have another month of that. Love bad movies, keep them coming, right? Let's see. Well, one of my favorites is Night of the Lepus, about killer bunnies. And they just did, you know, regular sized bunnies against smaller models that make them seem large and terrifying, and it doesn't work at all. It has DeForest Kelly in it, so and oh yes, here's one. Miami Connection. You've never seen Miami Connection? Again, bad movie, but delightful in a lot of ways. There's a band called Dragon Sound. They know Taekwondo, and somehow they get involved trying to defeat cocaine smuggling ninjas. And they're a band that plays in a dive bar. So yeah, if you want that, it's really fun. So check out Miami Connection. If you've not, that sounds amazing. It is. It was made in 1987. So ninjas and cocaine. Did I write that or dream it? Right. Some really bad performances, but the guy who directed it, YK Kim, yeah, I would not mess with this person. Like, if I had a chance to meet them, one, I would thank them for making a movie that, while terrible, has brought a lot of joy into my life. But two, he could probably take me out in less than a second. You would think that the ninjas wouldn't do anything with powders, as it shows on their clothes, right? Miami Connection. Oops. Except you spell connection the right way. Anyway, it's pretty fantastic. There's music. They yeah, there we go. Thanks. There's 2 songs. They're kind of near the start of the movie that Dragon Sound plays on stage, and only 2 of them are actual, well, maybe 3 of them are actual musicians, but the rest are all pretending to play the instruments. And yeah, it's not good, but it's a lot of fun. Like I said, you have a band, you have ninjas trying to distribute cocaine, and you know, what else do you need, really? It's fun, it's nonsensical, it's a good time. Sounds like it's unlocked the true meaning of life and beauty. It has. There's even an ending message that appears on the screen, an ending title card that reflects that very sentiment. But yeah, I really enjoy that movie. It's and when you can watch it, it's a movie I feel comfortable with saying you don't have to watch it with people. You can just kind of enjoy it on its own. I've only ever seen the Riff Tracks version of it. And the guy who made it, YK Kim, seems like a genuinely lovely human being. He heard about the Riff Tracks thing, and he was just glad that people were watching the movie that he made. Characters include Ninja and First Ninja. Is that like being first violinist in orchestra? Right? And if you just want to watch bad movies where you hate yourself, just watch almost anything. There are a couple of exceptions, but most things that Joe Estevez is in will be terrible. Oh, there's a Steven Seagal movie. Called... I can't see if I spelled that right. Yeah, A Dangerous Man. That came out in 2009. There's some pretty good lines that will stick with you for quite a while. Not because they're good lines, but because you're like, why would you say that? And they try to speed up the action sequences to make Steven Seagal look like he's moving fast. And competently, which doesn't actually do that. But yeah, so Dangerous Man, pretty good. Already talked about Bog. All right, another one. That's a lot of fun. And this is a you'll probably find the dub version. It's Kung Fu flick called Ninja Warlord, aka Rage of the Wind from 1973. It starts off about being starts off about being about Japanese enacting massive fish taxes onto a Chinese population, and then it sort of devolves from there and has nothing really to do with fish taxes. And oh, I have to mention Winter Beast. This movie was one of those that took a long time to make, just because, you know, I can't remember if it was they're out of money or if they just, you know, stopped making it and picked it up later. But it was made in 1980. It was released probably 1992. The original filming was in 1985, and then it completed in 1992. And Winter Beast is this really, really terrible horror movie that you might want friends for. And it has claymation in it for the monsters that attack a small rural retreat area. And it's great because they have the actors from, you know, as they looked in 85, and then just spliced together with footage of them having aged, you know, almost 10 years. And it's just supposed to be like one continuous scene where they're clearly, this was the shot in 85 and this was shot in 92. And they're just smashed together like it's one smooth thing. It's incredible. And the actor who's the bad guy is really over the top. But yeah, that's another favorite. Let's see here. While you're all here, let me do a thing. And I'll show this picture of my cat that I have in my Discord, but let me put it on screen for you all. Boop. There you go. That's my cat, Hannah. She's in the kitchen window right above the sink. Somehow she fits up there. What cutie pie, yeah. And to get there is like a complicated path, because it starts on a side table and goes up on the microwave, then goes to the countertop, which leads over to the sink, which leads to the window. And so there's this whole travel sequence that happens. And she was getting me up at 4 a.m. today, though. But y'all, that's too early. But alright, it's about time to wrap up. Let's see if there's anyone on we can send a raid over to. Thank you, Sam, for the raid earlier. Let's see here, who can use... a raid? We're gonna go raid Nyx. Yeah. Alright, so thank you all for being here. Thanks for coming by for yet another Tech Friday. I'll be back Monday with more Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. I completely blanked on the name there. So yeah, come on by for that. I'll see you around this weekend, I'm sure. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful evening. Please be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Have a great evening. And stay tuned for the raid. Bye.